everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be a declutter and organise with me, and the first thing that I'm going to be doing today is my junk cupboard in my kitchen. So this is the cupboard that hasn't been cleaned or sorted since we moved in, and we've almost lived in this house for almost 3 years now, and it has never been sorted through. So I took the time today to sort through it, and I wanted to put all my cleaning products in here. So I wanted to take everything out, sort through it, get rid of what didn't need to be there, what needed to go in the bin, and what could be put into a different place or a different home. So I pulled everything out, and to be honest with you, 90% of the stuff that was in here got thrown in the bin, or it was moved into a different cupboard because there was no need for it in here. So I'm so happy that I got to do this today, and it looks so much better afterwards. So honestly guys, keep watching to see what this cupboard looks like afterward, because it looks so much better and it looks so much nicer as well. Now that everything's out of here, I'm just going to take a little bit of elbow grease. This works amazing on cupboards. It gets rid of stains and tough marks, and this cupboard really needed a good clean in here. So there was a little bit of, I think it was like grout or something that was left at the bottom of here from when we moved in, and I just wiped that off with the other cloth, and then I used a clean cloth and I just gave it a good wipe over. There was a lot of crumbs and just random dog food bits and stuff in this cupboard, because this also was the cupboard that we kept the dog food and any treats for the dogs in, but I have now moved that to a different cupboard as well. So they're no longer going to be in here, and just giving it a wipe over made it look so much better in here as well. Now onto the bottom cupboard. So I'm going to pull everything out, sort through what I'm keeping and what I'm not keeping. In here there was a lot of the my like fabric softener and everything for the washing machine, and also we used to have a rabbit, so there was some stuff left over from her that could just be thrown away because we no longer have a rabbit anymore. So I was going to throw all that away, and we also had some puppy training pads from when Chanel was really small. We also no longer need those. So like I said, a lot of things in here just needed to go in the bin, and that's a big reason why I'm so happy I did sort this, because it was a bunch of stuff I really didn't need anymore. Again, just taking the elbow grease and giving it a good wipe over. The bottom cupboard, to be fair, wasn't as bad as the top one to wipe down. And again, elbow grease is amazing for wiping down cupboards, so it did the job really, really well. Now that the cupboards are empty, I am now going to put all my cleaning products in here. So I have a bunch of Zofloras, and I really wanted to line them up in the cupboard so I could see them all very easily. And this was the perfect cupboard in my kitchen to do this with. So I put all my Zofloras in here, lined them up all in order. I did actually end up rearranging this further on in the video, but this is what it looks like for now. As well, I had a bunch of Fabulosas, so I also put them in here as well. Like I said, again, this will be rearranged, as you will see further on in the video. But it is so much easier to see all of these now, because I did have them in the drawer and they just kept falling over, and it was just so hard to see them all clearly as well, because I have so many. I like to use and change up different ones. So now that they're like this, I can see them so much easier. And to be fair, I didn't realise I had so many. But yeah, I do love my disinfectants. So I also added in my foam fresheners in here as well as my 1001. And as you can see now, they've all been moved to the side and they're in one lines rather than double lines. I'm also adding in my multi-purpose surface cleaners in here. So I've got my pink stuff, my bicarbonate of soda by Flash, my Dettol sprays. Then I also added in my glass cleaners. So I've got the Astonish glass cleaner, a random glass cleaner, and one by Fabulosa. Then I added in my bathroom cleaning things. So I had a Flash bleach disinfectant for the bathroom, and I also had a Fabulosa disinfectant for the bathroom. Then on the bottom shelf, I have already put on my fabric softeners and my washing powders on the bottom, as well as my scent boosters. And on the bottom here, I'm just putting all like my other multi-purpose cleaners, any kitchen stuff that I use to clean the kitchen, as well as my Mr. Sheen, and also some well, my Febreze, and as you can see, my Strawberry Daiquiri Jelly Baby air freshener. I also added in my bleach down here as well because it was just something that I don't really reach for that often either. But I think this cupboard looks so much better. I also put some of the wipes that I had in there as well. But yeah, this cupboard looks so much better. I'm absolutely in love with this cupboard, and I know that this is going to be used, and I'm going to look after this cupboard really, really well as well. So I'm not going to let it get messy again. But everything is so much easier to reach for. Everything is so much easier to see, and it just looks amazing now, and I'm so happy with it. So that is one thing decluttered and organised on my list. Alright, so now onto the cupboard upstairs. This cupboard is in the baby's room, and I have been dreading doing this cupboard for a very long time. But after I'd done it, I realised that it wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I put this off for a very long time when really I didn't need to. But I'm going to start off with all my clean washing. I wanted to do this first because I know that there would be a lot of clothes in here that I could hang up on the clothes rail. And that clothes rail that I managed to fit into this cupboard actually came, and it was literally 2 inches short of fitting the cupboard. So I've had to kind of DIY it, but it has managed to fit in now. So I'm really happy with it. But once all the clothes were folded, I wanted to make sure that I had everything I needed to hang up, and then I was going to put them all into their drawers. So even though I'm hanging quite a few of their clothes up, they've still got drawers, and they're still going to have clothes in their drawers. So in their drawers, I'm going to put all their pyjamas, vests and things like that, as well as Carter's joggers and shorts. And then Nirvana's going to have her leggings and tights in her drawers, as well as her socks. And that's all the washing folded. Now it's time to put them all away into their drawers. This took me a while, guys, and I didn't want to bore you with how long it actually was, so I did shorten the clip down so it wasn't as long for you guys to watch. But in Nirvana's top drawer, I'm going to put all her baby clothes and her pyjamas. In the second drawer, I'm going to put all of her vests. Then in the third drawer, we have her leggings. In the fourth one, we have a bunch of her tights and some socks. And then in the final drawer, we have a bunch of her bibs and some muslin cloths. On to Carter's drawers. In the top drawer, we have a bunch of his pyjamas. Then in the second drawer, we have all of his vests and also some of his bibs and socks. I find that having his socks in his drawer is a lot easier and is a lot more accessible. In the third drawer, we have his tops. These are a bunch of his tops that he doesn't wear that often, and tops that I didn't choose to hang up. In the fourth drawer, I keep his shorts. He didn't have many shorts to put in his drawer today, as a lot of them were in the wash and on the line, so he only had 3 pairs in there. And then in the bottom drawer, we keep all of his jeans and joggers. Now that all the clothes are sorted, and I've also got the clothes out of the clean washing pile that need to be hung up, I'm going to take everything out of this cupboard and organise it and get rid of what we don't need anymore. A lot of the things in this cupboard were a lot of the stuff from the babies when they were really, really small. So like there was the swing set, there was the play mat, there was also the ring donut that they used to lie on, and it also helps them to sit up. There was a bunch of like bags and a lot of the baby's old clothes from when they were first born all the way up to their age now. So Cara is almost 2 and Nirvana is 9 months old. So there was a lot of clothes in here for me to sort through it. So I wanted to sort through them, and I wanted to sort what I was going to keep, what I was going to get rid of, what I was going to sell or give away to the charity shop. So this did take me a while, and that was the longest part of taking everything out of this cupboard and sorting through. We do also have 3 doors in here because we don't have 3 doors on at the moment. I also want to paint the doors anyway. I wanted to paint them white like the one here. But the doors for now are going to stay in this cupboard because I haven't got the time at the moment to put them back on, and they also need to be shaved at the bottom so they actually fit back on because we have carpets. So yeah, this cupboard wasn't really that bad, but there was a lot to do with all the clothes. Alright, so now that everything is out of the cupboard, I'm going to sort through all the clothes that was in this cupboard. So there was more than just this pile that you see here. There was about another 3 bags full of clothes. So looking through these, I found a little baby vest of Nirvana's, and she was in tiny baby clothes when she was born. She was in them for about 3 to 4 weeks. So we had quite a bit of tiny baby clothes, but I just couldn't believe that she was that small. And sorting through these as well, and sorting through all of Carter's clothes really brought back so many memories. And I don't know, it was just really nice sorting through their clothes. But I decided to make 3 different piles. So I did a pile that there was no good, there was stains on them that weren't going to come out and just needed to go into the bin. There was a pile that I wanted to keep. I also want to make them memory blankets. So you pick 20 items of clothing and they make them into blankets. And it's made out of all the clothes they used to wear when they were young. So I'm going to do that for Carter and Nirvana. I'm either going to have it done for their birthdays coming up in June and July, or I'm going to have them done for Christmas this year for them. So while I was sorting through these, I was deciding what I was going to use for the blankets and what I was going to keep just in general as memories. And then the other pile was the pile that I'm either going to sell or I'm going to give away to the charity shop. This honestly was the longest part, and I didn't show you guys the whole process of me taking all these clothes out and sorting them because it would have been a very long video. And I'm pretty sure you guys would have been bored of just watching me sort through a bunch of bags. And so yeah, I only put a short clip of me doing this in. I also bought some backpack bags, so it's the first time I'm ever trying backpack bags, and I am so impressed. So I bought 4 off eBay, and I didn't really know what the sizes were, so they only had an option of small, medium and large or extra large. So I went for medium to be safe. And I was pleasantly surprised. They were absolutely massive. So I've only used 1 so far. Oh no, sorry, I've used 2 so far, and they are just amazing. They're so big and they are absolutely great. So I was so happy that I bought these because that is what I've used to put all of the clothes that I'm keeping in of Carter and Nirvana's, and for the time being, the clothes that I am going to give away or sell, I can also put them into backpack bags to save space. Now that I've sorted through all the clothes, I'm going to put them all into the backpack bags. As you can see, they are pretty big. Like, I could fit my whole arm into these bags and still struggle to reach the bottom of it. So there was a lot of space in here, and I managed to fit so many clothes in here. I was just so surprised at the amount of clothes I could fit in and what it actually went down to in size as well. I was expecting it to be quite thick, and it really wasn't at all. It was very, very thin, and especially for the amount of clothes that I got into there. So I'm going to go and finish off pulling everything out of the cupboard. So I only got halfway through, and just by getting halfway through, I ended up with loads and loads of bags of clothes. So I had to sort them out first before I carried on and pulled stuff out of the cupboard. But to be honest with you, there wasn't really that much left to pull out of here. Like I said, the biggest things in there were the doors, and the doors were staying in there anyway. Now for my favourite part, and I have been waiting to do this for so long, is hanging the babies' clothes up. So this was really overdue. I really wanted a clothes pole for the babies to hang their clothes up because they have so many clothes and all of them don't fit in those drawers that they've got, and they're the only drawers that they've got at the moment. So I really wanted a nice clothes pole for them to hang all their tops, outfits, and like Nirvana's got dresses and things like that. So it's so nice just to have them up and hanging, and it's so much easier to grab tops and find outfits for them now that I can see them all hanging up rather than going through piles and piles of clothes, pulling things out, putting things back in, and it all just getting messed up so quickly. So I was so happy that the way that this turned out, and it just looks so much better as well. Now to actually backpack the clothes into the backpack bag. So the ones that I bought said that they were ones that were compatible with any type of hoover, and they were right. This was super easy to do and super straightforward as well, and as you can see, it went super thin because that was really thick. And I'm so happy with how these turned out. By the way guys, it's not sponsored at all, but I just wanted to say that I'm really happy with them and pleasantly surprised at how big they were and how small they went after they were backpacked down. Now to hoover the floor. This was really overdue as well. I don't think this cupboard has actually been hoovered since we've moved here, and we've almost lived here 3 years, as I said at the start of the video, so it was definitely overdue. A very good hoover. There was even little bits coming off the carpet on the floor. Do you know when you get those little fluff balls when the carpet is brand new? I was even picking up fluff balls off the carpet. So yep, definitely needed a good hoover. Now to put everything back in that we are currently still keeping, or things that are going to be sold but I still have to keep them in here because I've got nowhere else to keep them. So like the baby swing, the set that I've got for the babies when they were super young, I'm going to keep these in here still because I can't get rid of them yet. Especially with everything going on at the moment, it's going to be really hard to get rid of things because of the virus. But I'm going to put them all back in here. I've also still got Carter's Moses basket from when he was a baby. And I've also got Nirvana's Moses basket now as well. So I've got both of them to put back in here. And I've also got the sterilizer, which I'm also going to sell. But for now, that is where they're going to stay. But it looks so much tidier in there. So these are all the clothes that I'm going to be either selling or giving away to a charity shop. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to put them all into these storage boxes. So one is going to be for Nirvana's clothes and one is going to be for Carter's clothes. And I'm just going to quickly fold them and put them all in here. I did actually struggle to fit all of Nirvana's clothes in here, but I did manage to do it. She had so many clothes. And to be honest with you, the only clothes in this box are size tiny baby and 0 to 3 months, all the way up to that age. There is no any other age because she's still currently in 3 to 6. Even though she's 9 months old, she fits 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and some little bits of 9 to 12 clothes as well. And that's the whole cupboard done, organised, decluttered, and it looks so much better. I'm so happy with the clothes pole. I'm so happy that the baby's clothes can be hung up. Those backpack bags are amazing, and it just looks so much tidier in here. Like, it was so cluttered, and this is all the things that I have to keep in here, but it is out the way and it is still organised even though it looks messy. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!